What's up, I'm Colleen and welcome to my channel. I've never met a sparkle that I didn't like and a bully that I did, because being mean is not cool. Awesome people are not mean, so be kind all the time. So welcome to another day of Colleen's Creeptober. For this edition, I thought I would talk about the creepy, interesting legend that is the Sandbox Woman. I do love a good urban legend, and this one I did find rather interesting. I figured while I tell you that story, I will show you how I got this lovely look. Well, at least I think it's lovely. I apologize for the noise out there. I tried to wait for it to be done, but I'm on a time schedule today and I had to shoot this, so I apologize. It actually isn't on when I did this because that's actually in the past. So yeah, so it'll be quiet when I tell you the story and when I do my makeup, so that obnoxious sound will not be here. So I'm gonna stop rambling and let's get right into learning about the Sandbox Woman.
Origins of the Sandbox Woman can be traced back to the 1980s or early 1990s in the northern areas of Japan. This entity has the appearance of a woman with long tangled hair, and she's normally wearing a gray coat. She will typically be found in children's sandboxes placed within public parks or playgrounds, crouched down with her back presented towards her targeted victims. It is unknown what the woman's face looks like, as no one who has ever seen her face has ever survived an encounter with her. It is also unknown how tall she is, for the same reason, as no victim who has ever seen her stand to her full height has ever survived. The Sandbox Woman will present herself to victims only when certain circumstances are met. The victim must sit alone on a bench in the park with no other people or parkgoers present, and upon noticing that all other parkgoers have disappeared, they must make the decision themselves to stay alone where they are. When all requirements are met, the woman will appear, or more accurately, she will lock onto her victim and begin her ensnarement process. The woman will initially make herself known not by sight but by sound. She will begin to dig loudly in the sandbox using her hands, an action which produces a distinctive and unsettling noise. This noise is impossible for the victim to ignore. When the victim turns towards the noise, the woman will lay eyes upon them, and subsequently the victim will find themselves suddenly walking towards the woman, whether they want to or not. Their legs will have developed an agenda of their own. When the victim is standing directly behind the woman, one of two things will happen. The victim will either regain control of their legs or they will not. Or according to some reports, the victim will have a choice. They may either stay where they are or they may choose to leave. If the victim does not gain control of their legs or they choose to stay, the woman will proceed to bury the victim alive. They will not survive this encounter. Before an encounter has begun, and they notice they are alone in the park, the selected victim may escape by heading immediately towards the exit. After the encounter, once the victim has walked up directly behind the woman, they must either choose to leave or hope they regain control of their legs of their own volition. They must keep walking, moving past the woman. Then, once completely past her, they must continue walking or running until they have made one complete circuit around the park. They must then leave and return home. They must not look behind them at any point until they have returned home safely and closed and locked the door behind them. They should also avoid sandboxes or even parks at all times in the future.
So that's all I have for you on the Sandbox Woman. Let me know what you thought of that. Did you find it scary? Do you believe it? Would you want to encounter her? Have you ever heard of that before? I never did. I just want to leave it alone. I will read about it, but that's as far as I want to go with things like that. I love the paranormal, but I definitely always go with it with a side of caution. It's definitely good to always be on your toes when you're dealing with the paranormal and, you know, just all that kind of stuff. But it is so fascinating to me. So anyway, my celestial cupcakes, that is it for this video. So if you liked this video, please feel free to give it a like. If you really like this video, please feel free to subscribe. If you want to do neither one of those things, that is totally fine. I thank you so much for stopping by and spending this minute with me. I really appreciate it. I also send you tons of happy thoughts and positive vibes your way just for stopping by. So thank you. As always, I will have everything that I'm wearing on my face, as well as all my social media handles listed below in case you'd like to follow me there. I post pictures of looks that I do not film, as well as pictures of my pets because I think they are adorable, but of course we are all biased when it comes to our fur babies, but oh well. So anyway, from one makeup lover to another, I hope you guys have a fantastic day and always stay gay. Remember, be you, do you, love you. Bye!